Hello my friend, Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. This is another weekly series, right? And in today's video and the videos from this series, I like to take a look and take a listen a bit more in depth. A couple of new freebies, and also I want to share with you a couple of interesting and new deals. As usual, you will find all of the applicable links in the video description and first comment, and as always I put timestamps in the video description as well. So let me show you quickly the plugins I am gonna be covering up today. First, let's start with the freebies. Airwindows released some days ago the Isolator3, very cool and minimalistic but very cool sounding plugin, available for Windows, Mac, and Linux as well. Next in the list, we have this new virtual instrument by Sommerville Sounds in the Prototype series. Amazing instruments by this developer and music producer. This is the Dusty Felts, available also for Windows and Mac, and it is worth mentioning that you don't need Contact or Decent Sampler, right? This is an independent VST. And moving on with some of the most important and relevant deals that I found this week, this cool morphing and evolving equalizer by Minimal Audio, the Morph EQ, currently on sale here at Audio Plugin Deals, on only $9.99, 80% off in this cool equalizer. You have 9 days remaining till this video is being live streamed, and so yeah, it is worth mentioning that there is also a free gift at the checkout process in any purchase here at Audio Plugin Deals. And we're going to be checking out also this cool equalizer by the new equalizer plugin by Pulsar Audio. This is the Poseidon, and it's an analog emulation, right? It currently has a 40% off, and this is a direct emulation of the Trident EQ range, a 4-band equalizer, right? Of course, with all of the digital capabilities. And so yeah, we're going to be checking out this EQ as well. And remember that here at Plugin Boutique, there is also a free gift waiting for you in the checkout process. In any purchase, you can choose either the Audiorety's Pyrus, a multi-distortion, or the Excite Audio Bloom Vocal Ether Lite, a vocal instrument, alright, by Excite Audio. So before we begin with the content, my friend, I would like to let you know that next week something cool is coming, and I am very happy and very excited to share this with you. If you don't want to miss this announcement and what's coming, please subscribe to the channel or hit the notification bell, or you can download at my website. I have some cool freebies, free PDF guides and ebooks, some free sample packs, free drum samples as well. Any of those things that you download, you will be subscribed to my email list, where I will be announcing as well. And so yeah, very cool thing that I have for you guys, and I have been preparing it for a while. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And please let me know if you are here in the live stream. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions about these plugins, of course. So now let me share the screen here, and let's start with the plugin by Airwindows, right? The color of this plugin, it's like it's a camouflage against the background, right? From my session. These are the colors from this skin on Reaper, and you almost cannot see the plugin, right? This is the Isolator3, and as all of the Airwindows plugins, very lightweight. In fact, that's one of the reasons why Airwindows plugins doesn't have like a visual interface and stuff like that. They are very simple. They don't have like any image or art or something. They just focus on the audio itself, and this is a pretty cool dual filter, right? Only has 2 controls. So this control in the center, it's like off, right? It's not doing anything here in the center. If you start to moving it to the left, it's a low pass filter, right? With a very cool resonance. And also, if you move it to the right, it's a high pass filter, depending also on the Q control that you select here. But the cool thing is that you can automate things like this, like these, and you can create some pretty cool filter effects. So let me show you quickly. It's a very minimalistic plugin. Let's check it out in this full mix. Okay, so I'm gonna move it to the left. Right, it's not a typical low pass. Here's the cue. It almost feels like a wah as well, a wah wah for guitar, right? The pedal. If we move this, also the cue control allows us to have a filter effect. Here's by default. Cool. It seems that has some kind of modulation as well. High pass. So yeah, the cool thing is that I think with automation you can create some cool sounds, crazy sounds here with this filter plugin. So yeah, there you go. Very, very simple to use. Let's check out the next plugin in this list. It's a virtual instrument, actually. It's a cool, warm, vintage sounding piano, right? A bit of lo-fi, a bit of saturation, distortion, and it sounds great as all of the other Sommerville sounds virtual instruments. This is the Dusty Felts Gaussy keys with analog charm. All right, and here in the main window you don't have controls, right? You have the keyboard only, but if you click here in the corner, you have access to the different presets, right? There are six presets. Okay, I believe you can also create your own presets, and here we have some controls over the finished sound. We have a filter, which is a low pass filter or high cut. Also, we have a saturation control. The more you increase it, of course, the more saturation you add to the signal. We have whoa, flutter, and dust. These are gonna introduce imperfections to the signal, right? And the dust will add some like tape-like noise or vinyl-like noise. And we have also a noise specialized window to add some amp noise and keys noise as well. So yeah, very, very simple to use, but sounds very, very cool. Let me play you some notes here in the keyboard. Sounds old school, right? Like oldie, rusty. Right, let me play you something here. Well, I'm not playing this, it's just a MIDI file. Let's check out the features here. Okay, this is the filter. Saturation. Almost clean. Okay, let's add some imperfections. Okay, some fluctuations and flutter. Dust. Some app noise. Right? And keys. This one is a bit subtle. Let's change to another preset here. Lo-fi sounding. This far away. And it over loud, overdrive. Highly distorted. Pure. Yeah, this one it's pretty clean. No filter, no saturation, no noise here, imperfections. And sick. Okay, and finally static. A lot of noise here on the amp. Alright, that's the Dusty Felts. Next, we have this awesome deal in the Morph EQ by Minimal Audio, only $9.99. This cool morphing and evolving equalizer. It's not a dynamic EQ per se. It adds movement in other ways. I'm gonna show you that, of course, in a moment. So this plugin, of course, you have here the frequency spectrum, right? And you start to add bands with a double click, right? Normal bands, low shelf, bell curves, stuff like that, right? And you have here the information of certain band, the band that you choose from. You have a peak, a low pass, you can have a high pass, for instance, right? Like that. And also you have the frequency here that you can move like this. You have the Q as well. You have the gain in case that you need it. And these different bands can be set to a mid-side processing, right? You can affect only the right side of the song, of the mix, the center, the left, right? So that's pretty cool. We get rid of the different bands with this. We can undo and redo. So we just double click to create another one, right? And we have some cool things down here that makes this plugin interesting. So this plugin can spread the signal. It will create some stereo separation, even though it's a mono signal, will create that. Because see what's doing, right? With this spread, it's separating bands. And then we have the pinch. It will merge or separate also some bands, the bands that we have enabled. The shift also will change the resonance and therefore the pitch, right? And the interesting part is when we create bands, for instance, in this case, like that, for instance, and if we see here, we can draw lines uniting these dots or these circles, or any circle in the we can draw lines in any way we want. And with the morph, we're going to start to add movement between the bands, creating some resonances, and the EQ will be changing and morphing, right? So let me show you how it's done here. If you see that cross, right, you just put your mouse outside the circle and you draw the line, for instance here, and let's draw another one here like that. And for instance, let's draw another one. We can also move this, right? And now the morph control, it's enabled, right? Once that we drew those straight lines, and now the equalizer will move like that. You can also use automation for that. Very, very cool. You can use it in series, you can use it in parallel as well, right? And we have an input and output, a dry wet functionality, general dry wet functionality. We have tons of cool presets as well: morphing, abstract, vowel, filtering, mixing, right? We're going through some of them in a moment. So let's hear it in action here. I'm gonna go back to default here, and let's go through some presets, shall we? So I have these drums. Okay, so we have this crazy curve, right? Okay, very cool with the morphing. Imagine automating each one of these knobs, like it's gonna create an evolving sound. This spread some stereo separation, right? I imagine is creating some phase changes. Scale. Okay, we can do the opposite with this. And we have the dry wet. So no effect. And 100 the effect. Okay, let's check out another preset. Wow, some crazy shapes. Alright, let's check out another one. Wow. It's creating some cool resonances. Alright, and crush. Very cool. So you cannot only create straight lines. I'm seeing here some also curved lines as well. Cool. Let's check out some other ones here. Abstract. Wow, this one seems very crazy. Okay, very cool. $9.99. I mean, I think it's a steal for this cool EQ. And Let's check out also on synthesizers, right? Let's check this plugin out. I think on synthesizers could be cool as well. Let's check out some abstract. Wow, this one is very, very cool. Filtering. All right. Some filters. Mixing, clean, enhance, hat, cleanup. Okay, it seems to be for hi-hats. Modern punch. Yeah, regular move there. So the crazy things are here in morphing, abstract, vowel. Right, and let's check out the vowel. Alright, so that's the Morph EQ by Minimal Audio. The last plugin in this list, it's another EQ but very, very different. This one, it's an analog emulation, right? And this plugin has tons of character, very, very musical stages of saturation and transformer, and it's a 4-band equalizer, right? So yeah, it's a legendary 70s EQ 4-band now into this plugin, and yeah, with the additional features and the additional the benefits from the digital age, right, where now we can see also what the curves looks like and what they are doing. These are very musical, very broad EQ curves, right? And first of all, we have some saturation here, right? We have 2 stages of saturation. This is the main control for increasing the harmonic saturation. The first one is from the actual analog piece of gear, right? This is the trident. And next we have the pulsar, which is from this company, right? And this last button is to turn off the saturation, right? Very cool. We're going to check that out in a moment. And we have the 4 bands down here. Of course, we have it also this visualizer, and we can increase or decrease each one of the bands with this control, right? Notice how the bands are very, very broad. This is the low band, low mid frequencies, right? We have the high frequencies here, and we change the different range. So very, very big and broad bands and high mid frequencies here. Okay. The cool thing is when you combine also bands, for instance, in this case, let's use this one. Let's increase something here. When we move bands, they move like it seems like waves in the ocean, right? I think that's why they call it Trident and now Poseidon in the plugin, because it's very, very musical, the movement of combining different EQ curves. Let me move another one here. Okay, so for instance, if we move these So it's not only moving the band that I am choosing, it's also interfering with the other bands, right? As you see here, creating a like wave in the ocean effect, right? And we're going to hear that, of course, which seems very interesting. It has also a high pass, right? And a low pass. Here, for instance, at 15K, 8K, 4K. We have also two transformers, 1 and 2, to add additional saturation, right? And the cool thing is that if you put the mouse over any of the controls, it will display a description, right? Transformer 2 button. These buttons control the output transformer, which can be used to subtly warm up very low frequencies. All right, it has auto gain as well, auto gain compensation, very cool. And this scale is to move all of the bands at once. It's like a blend, right? It's like a blend between no processing and 100% processing here, and everything in between. It has an output, and it has tons of presets as well for different instruments. It has oversampling as well, up to 8x, right? And I saw a video where the YouTuber was testing the oversampling, and it's super well balanced, so you're not gonna have any aliasing distortion whatsoever with the saturation in this plugin if you start to put the oversampling, right? And there are some views of the plugin. This only the knobs, or only the digital EQ, or both, right? Very cool. So right now it's on default. Let me use it on some drums here.
Well, it never takes long to...
So let me increase some saturation. Cool, very cool. This is the second saturation. The first one, the one that belongs to the legendary unit. This red light is indicating when it's starting to saturate. It could be like a threshold, and here it's off. It's a very musical saturation. A little bit goes a long way, but it's super musical, I found it. So let's change this a bit here. So let's add some... by the way, this plugin also has mid-side capabilities, right? So you can choose each one of the bands to be mid and side, which is stereo, or only the sides. If you turn off here, right, this blue LED, very cool. I don't know why these bands are not being... okay, they're not being increased. Let me... wow. Okay, so you can also turn off the bands here, right? That's why I wasn't moving them. Mid-side or side, mid, center, or stereo. The high pass. Choose the frequency here. And moving one band also changes a bit some of the effect on the others, right? it has like a cascading effect. Second transformer. Before, after, let's add saturation. I love the saturation in this plugin. Some high passing. So let's check out some presets here. Let's stereo enhancer. Oh, cool. Yeah, here with the green line, it's applying that only to the sides, right? So it's removing all of the low end on the sides, creating separation between what's in the center, kick drum, snare, and the sides, like cymbals. Listen. Off. I'm sorry, on, off. It focuses more the center in the center and separates a bit more the sides from the center, meaning the overheads, and removing the low frequencies only on the sides, right? And also increasing a bit the highs only on the sides, meaning on the cymbals, hi-hats. It's also creating separation, right? It can be also good to leave it without that separation because it creates cohesiveness, but sometimes it's cool to remove low end on the side image, right, of the stereo. Alright, so now let's check it out, and let's check it out on rhythm guitars. Okay, let's add some saturation to hear something. We can remove some low end here with the high pass filter. So before and after, a bit muddy and dark, brighter, some extra warmth. So if I remove all of the EQ moves, bit of saturation, it's saturating there. Alright, and finally let's check it out on vocals, right?
Well, it never takes long till they leave her.
Let's check out here.
Stinging from the loneliest touch. Will she ever break free or just surrender again? You know.
Super aggressive saturation.
Well, it
all
never
of it.
takes long till they leave her.
Let's be a bit more
Stinging from the loneliest touch. Will she ever break free or just surrender again? You know. Well, it never takes long till they leave her.
After.
Stinging from the loneliest touch. Will she ever break free or just surrender again?
So yeah, this EQ is not, of course, for surgical stuff, right?
Well, it never takes long till they leave her.
Bright and vocal.
Stinging from the loneliest touch. will she ever break free or just
Smooth,
surrender
saturated
again?
rock
You
vocal.
know, well, it never takes long till they leave her, stinging from the loneliest touch.
Just saturating the peaks.
Well, it never takes long till they leave her, stinging from the loneliest touch. Will she ever break free or just surrender again? You know, well, it never takes long till they leave her, stinging from the loneliest touch. Will she ever break free or just surrender again? You know.
Alrighty, so that's the Pulsar Audio new EQ Poseidon. Please let me know what you think of these plugins, my friends. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions. And I am always happy, of course, and interested to know what you think of the sounds, of the features and stuff. So Oli PSE79, good morning from Germany. It's 7 a.m. here. I need to carry kids with the school bus now. Greets and thank you. So have a great day, Oli PSE79. Oliver Ortiz Terraza, saludos desde México. Saludos, Oliver, paisano, soy de Sonora. Greetings to Oliver, which is Mexican as well. Icanaro, Ringeri, Baggins. Hello, Amner. This is Gonzo from Hermosillo. Nice to catch your live stream. Hello, Gonzo. How are you, my friend? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. So there you go, my friends. Those are the plugins for today. Before we leave, let me remind you that next week I have a cool announcement and something that I will be releasing. It's not music yet, anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that stay tuned for that. Keep in touch here in the channel. Hit the notification bell. Or also, if you're on my email list of subscribers, if you're part of the email list, you will also know about that in a more intimate way. And if you want to know more and more benefits, please download something for free on my website, and you will be also entering in this cool new thing that I have for you starting next week. All right, so thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye and take care.